Good evening and welcome to MoM, McLuhan On Maui. Welcome to another Monday night conference. Today we're up to 10 number 15. The date is June the 13th, 2011. Let's get going.
Which reminds me, Andrew, you see this documentary that CBC did on the Life and Times of Marshall?
Yes.
They show Quentin Fiore. He's alive. This guy created the pretty books, War and Peace in the Global Village, and the Medium is a Massage.
No, I think they did them in like 2 or 3 weeks, and they were saying that they didn't go far enough. They had a lot more plans to actually make them genuinely wild, but resource constraints meant that they had to be smashed out in such a short time.
Right. It says here, remember we talked about the world of design was the key tetrad management multi-level all-purpose word. Well, here it is. Quentin Fiore, born in 1920, is a graphic designer who has worked mostly in books. Now, I know he did some books with Bucky Fuller also. It says, having taken art lessons from renowned artists George Gross and Hans Hofmann. Hans Hofmann was the abstract expressionist professor in New York City in the 40s, creating the New York school that Jackson Pollock comes out of. So here's Quentin Fiore being taught by these renowned artists. He later studied at the New Bauhaus in Chicago. He is noted especially by his designs of the 1960s where he mixed text and images, different sizes of type, and other unconventional devices to create dynamic pages that reflected the tumultuous spirit of the time. In the words of critic Stephen Heller, Fiore was, quote, as anarchic as possible while still working within the constraints of bookmaking, unquote. Of particular interest, says the wiki, are his collaborations with media theorist Marshall McLuhan, such as Medium is a Massage 67. Initiated by Fiore. It was initiated by him. This is the book that makes McLuhan well known. Right, Andrew?
Yep.
In the pop culture world. Initiated by Fiore, the book has been described as the seed from which the idea that, quote, consciousness can be affected by the knowing collision of verbal and visual information, unquote, sprouted. So they're saying Fiore, this is some critic, is saying that he came up with the idea that consciousness could be affected by the knowing collision of verbal and visual information. That's, what is that? An engineer's version of the Medium is a Massage?
Yeah, rubbing information against information.
Right. Now, we're still going back to the art form. This is a route to it. To intelligence as an art form, espionage. Then says the style was pushed further in Do It, Scenarios of the Revolution, 1970, the controversial Yippie Manifesto by social activist Jerry Rubin. So he's saying he did a book with Jerry Rubin. This guy, if you go into the LaRouche quadrant, Quentin Fiore is the one using McLuhan and the Yippies to stir up confusion in the middle class and highly suspect as an agent of the Queen. So, and that's what LaRouche quadrant would say about this guy. I mean, he's going from McLuhan, who might have been seen as a radical Jerry Rubin kind of character from the older generation at some point in 67, 68. And then Fiore also did, I think, Bucky Fuller, but you have Jerome Agel is in there. Maybe wiki him for a minute. He also gets credit. It says in 1968, the Medium is a Massage was made into an LP. Now, Marshall hated this. Well, he would say to people he didn't like the LP. Who knows what he really thought, but he thought it was disgusting. And that book, that album combined readings of excerpts of the book, Medium is a Massage, with musical samples and original musical accompaniments. And then in 1999, a remastered version was released in Japan. So, back to this quote. Do you have any reason why I was bringing this up, Andrew? Can you figure out where I was going?
John's is a different butcher's. Next place you're uptown, pay him a visit, or better still, come to buy. You will enjoy Cattleman's spring meat. John's is now quite divorced from baking. Fattens, kills, flays, hangs, draws, quarters, end pieces. Feel his lambs, X. Feel house sheep, XX. His liver too is great value. A speciality, XXX. Communicated.